When I was very young, I was maybe about the kindergarten age. So I have a younger brother who's 4 years younger than me, so he's around 1. And I have an older brother who is 4 years older than me, so he's around 9 years old. It was the March holidays, and then we were walking towards Mama shop. My older brother was leading the way, I was in the middle, and my younger brother with my mate, he's behind me. So when we were walking, halfway, haven't reached the Mama shop yet, I just disappeared. So nobody knows where I am, but from my point of view, what happened was I closed my eyes, I was walking, my brother was in front of me, and then when I opened my eyes, I suddenly am like teleported back to my house downstairs by myself. And then after that, when I look around, there's nobody. And then I cannot remember how I got there, so I got very confused. And then I started crying like any kid would lah. So after that, there's 2 strange aunties. The auntie approached me and then asked me, "Girl, are you lost?" Then I got very confused, like, "No, I'm not lost, but I don't know how I got here. I know where I am." Then after that, I say, never mind, you come with me." Then I say, "I don't want to go with you. I don't know who you are. I know where I am. My family, they probably will know that I'm missing. They will come and look for me." So I got very confused, but I was very sure that I cannot go with them.
I really don't feel good. I'm getting a lot.
Is anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.
So I just stand my ground. I just say, no. And then the auntie was about to grab me already. She was about, "Come girl, let's go." I was a 5-year-old kid, so very small only. And then after that, I say, no, I don't want to go. And then my older brother, he ran back. And then after that, he say, "Hey, where you go?" And then after that, I was like, "I don't know where I go. I don't know how I'm here." So my older brother tell me that suddenly they were walking. And then the maid suddenly like shouted. Then say, "Where is Belinda? Where did Belinda go?" Then after that, then they were very panicked. Because the maid was standing behind me. So suddenly when I disappeared, my maid was very panicked. To her, she say her point of view was, I just gone. This person just vanished in front of you. There's no like car passing, there's no people passing you, and then suddenly this person is gone like in those YouTube videos.
And you just disappeared.
I just disappeared. So nobody can tell me what really happened, but I believe the spirits or the aunties there lah, they were kind-hearted one. Yeah, they wasn't trying to cause me harm. They probably just like made me very worried about me. How come suddenly, you see this girl suddenly just here by herself? Also got part 2 of this story. Okay, so this was when I was very, very upset. And then I was waiting for my younger brother to come home. So I was sitting downstairs at my void deck, okay, at level 1. It was in the middle of night, I think about 10 or 11 plus. So it was very, very late at night. And then after that, I was very upset. I was crying. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, the same area in the void deck where I reappeared to, okay? And then after that, this lady, she looked like a middle-aged working class lady. And then after that, she walked up to me. And then she said, "Hey, what happened? Don't cry lah, I give you tissue. Everything will be okay." Then she just walked away. Then she just disappeared also. Then I'm very confused. Then the feeling that I got was the same, was a feeling that I got from the aunties as well. So I believe they were probably spirits, and they just probably changed form not to scare me, because I cannot imagine if the same auntie appeared in front of me again. I think I would freak out. Yeah. So story number 2 is, ever since I was very young, I live in a 5-room flat in Yishun. Okay, I cannot say what block because my parents want to sell the house soon. Okay, and this house has always been very dark and gloomy. Like no matter how we try to light the house will always have this very dark feeling. Every once in a while when I was young, just walking in the house, okay, going to take water from the kitchen, or maybe I go and take a shower, and suddenly there will be like people walking. So after that, I did see a human figure, but it's always black figure. I have never seen people's faces at that point of time. it was very scary because suddenly you know that this person was not supposed to be here, and then you see someone walking and walk it's not walk in the direction that you're supposed to walk in the house. He walked into the wall. They are just passing spirits probably. And then after that, every time I see them, right, I'll be like, and then I'll just U-turn. I'll just, mommy. Then my mom will always, you don't talk nonsense lah, you know, nothing there, go to sleep. There was one particular one that is quite malicious. The others one was just like, I'm just here, I exist. There's one that is very, very malicious. He stayed in my old grandfather's room. At that point of time when I was younger, I didn't like to go to my grandfather's room. Only when he passed away, then after that we moved into the room. After we do all the cleaning and everything lah, right? So that room is already free of like smoke free, there's nothing else already. The mold, everything has been cleaned up already. But yet this room feels a bit off. So when I was sleeping in this room, I sleep on a double decker. My younger brother was sleeping in the same room with me, and then I have my grandmother. Okay, this grandmother is from my mother's side. This grandfather that passed away was from my father's side. So they are from two different families, right? So my grandmother, when she just moved in with us, she a few weeks in, she told us that she dreamt of my akong. Okay, tell her you have to go, you have to leave this house, like chasing her away. Then she woke up, she was very afraid. Then she tell my mom, my poor mom I tell you, everybody telling her you can see hantu, but she also like from my position when I'm sleeping, right, I can see the door. Okay, but when I see the door, sometimes when all the lights are off and then we just keep the door open for ventilation, I see there's a lady there. This black apparition, I know it's a woman. She's about maybe 1.5, 1.6 height like that. So you just imagine you sleeping, someone standing there and just watching you. So last time I used to face her when I sleep. Then I just like, okay, I just like turn the other way lah, right? Then never mind. When I sleep in that room, I have the most horrible dreams. The most horrible dreams. Never in the other rooms, right, I will have this kind of dreams. But always in that particular room. I dreamt that my mother passed away, and then I dreamt that a lot of people were chasing me. I dreamt about very horrible things. And one night, I believe I dreamt about her as well. Because I dreamt that I was like preparing my hair, like preparing for school, all this kind of stuff. And then suddenly, the mirror behind me is this woman's face. And she was so angry. She keeps shouting at me. You know, at that high-pitched voice. Okay, she keeps shouting at me. But this one, I know it's a dream. But I woke up in cold sweat, you know. I was just like, shit, what the f-? Yeah. So I woke up in cold sweat, and then after that, in my dream, I was trying to run away from her. But you know those cabinets that can open, right? Then the mirror is there. I tried to hide from her, and then she tried to find me, but she cannot. She's confined to the mirror lah. So in a sense, probably she's confined to the spirit world. So she cannot try to harm us, but she's trying to tell us something. But all I hear is her screaming, and then I woke up. So that was probably the first time that I've met her. So she's a Chinese lady. She has very, very long hair. I don't know why. They don't have haircuts maybe in the spirit world. Okay, they always have very long hair, and then her hair was a bit of a mess. That was my memory of her. And then afterwards, I moved out from the room already. Now, my older brother is staying in that room by himself. He stayed in that room. Suddenly his life just go down. Yeah, and now he very sadly that he is not doing so well. So I believe that room is sort of cursed because my grandfather is staying in that room. He passed away when he was in his late 60s, cancer. And my grandma that stayed in that room also had cancer, late 60s. Then she passed away. Then when I was in that room, I had a lot of bad dreams just telling me to get out, don't stay in that room. So I believe my older brother has also succumbed to this curse of hers. I'm no longer living in my house, but my family is still, because I moved out, right? So when I moved out and I go back and then I just like take some of my stuff, and then my dad say, hey, do you think we should change Koko's bed? Because the bed is like my grandmother who passed away, right? She was very kind-hearted lady lah. So I think No lah, I think if you want to change, you should do something about the ghost there instead of the bed. I don't think the bed is not of an issue. Then after that I was thinking, okay lah, I think I don't tell my father, because I have been trying to tell my family for so long, but they don't believe me. Then I say okay. Then I just keep quiet. Then I say okay lor, then you all change lor, you know, just to comfort my dad lah. Then after that, before I left, I couldn't see her. It is broad daylight. I only can see her usually at night. She's more clearer. So I just look at her direction. I know she always standing there. I look at her direction. I cannot see her. And then I tell her, please leave my brother alone. He's having a very hard time already. Then I never thought of anything and I just went home. So when I went back to my own house, I was playing SC Confession while I was doing my work. So I was doing my work late night already, probably about maybe 1 or 2 o'clock already in the morning. So after that, suddenly a presence behind me, very, very strong, very, very angry and very evil kind of presence. I know it's her. Then I like, fuck, I need to go and sleep already. If I stay here any longer, I think she's going to do something bad to me lah. So the feeling is like, if anybody has ever give you the evil stare before, and stare right into your soul, that kind, like you do something wrong, like maybe you break your mother's plate, then you never tell your mom, that kind of feeling. Then your mom be like just like super angry at you, but that one you just multiply by 10. I just off all the lights and then I just go to sleep. Then I say okay, just go to sleep, nothing already. Okay, then about a while, probably maybe half an hour like has passed, because I remember I didn't fall into deep sleep yet. And then I woke up with my first sleep paralysis. I was lying on my side and then I can feel that she's here, behind me. Then I say, can you just please leave me alone, okay? I don't know what you want. I don't know who you are. Just go away, can? Okay? But the scary thing, when I first opened my eyes, right, all I saw was hair. But because my hair is very thin, it's not my hair, it's her hair. Because what I saw was all fuzzy hair, like never combed for very long. Yeah, a bit like Eugene's hair like that. But even more messier, thicker and coarser. Then it was all over my eye area. So what she was doing, she was actually leaning over to look at me. But I know she's here, you know. I cannot move it. Then I just like, help lah. Then after that, I just like, I feel, please just go away. And then after that, I just like, okay, then I just like knock back to sleep. She woke me up again, then I can still see she's here. But now I just master all of my will, and then I just keep trying to look at her. I can turn here, my head can turn here. She's not here, ma. My head can turn here, My head cannot turn here, you know. Can you imagine you cannot even control your own body? She's trying to resist me. But I know that she always has been a shy like ghost. She don't like people to look at her. In this sleep paralysis state, right, I can feel like my chest is like someone sitting here, and then I feel very uncomfortable. What I did, right, I just master all my strength. I just make my fist, and then I was trying to punch her. I say, I come already, you don't go, I come already. Then after that, I fall back to sleep. The next morning, right, I was super exhausted. Then the next few nights, she always come and visit me. She will stand, my vision in my house, she'll stand at the kitchen there. The kitchen usually, even though you not on the lights, right, you can still see the kitchen, the inside and everything. Like you can see like the countertop, you can see like some cups outline, all these things. But every time she's here, she'll give you this very dreadful feeling. She always gives me the first time. Like everything is wrong. Everything is horribly wrong. Everything will go wrong. And then after that, right, she will block up the kitchen. Everything is black color. You cannot see anything anymore. Yeah. Then afterwards, right, it was really like hauntings like that. She will only appear to me at night. Okay. Then there was one night I tried to like cleanse the place, but I didn't know how. So I just like, okay, I go and on the praying song. Okay, and then I go and burn white sage in the middle of the night. Now the Sifu tell me I shouldn't do that lah, because it will attract more hantus. But they are at peace kind of hantu. Then I didn't know. So after that I just like, okay, I want her to go away because she's very angry energy. I don't want to have this angry energy when I go to sleep. So I just pray, I just like, please leave me alone. Then I sage the whole house. Okay, I said the whole house, I like, please leave me alone, don't disturb me tonight. Then that night when I sleep, right? Okay, I slept. And then just before you go to sleep, when you're falling asleep, someone tapped me. Asked me wake up. This time, white color one. No more black. This time white color. Then when I just open my eyes, right, I never see anything. I just like, hey. I just like, I'm very tired, please go away. This one happened 3 times. Tap me again when I'm sleeping. Ask me to wake up. Then I was like, wow, what y'all want? Can y'all just leave me alone? I'm very tired already. Then I'm like, what you want from me? You want me to go and find your murderer? You want me to give you justice? You want me to give you offering? What you want from me? Right? What can I do? I'm just a human being also. Then I say later when I die, I come and haunt you also. So I was very frustrated at that point of time. But my colleagues say my mental health just declined all the way there. Until one of my colleagues actually brought me to the temple. And then I did some prayers over there. Then the Sifu say, your brainwave very, very similar to theirs. But if you cannot defend yourself, don't go and communicate with them. Ignore them at all costs. I have tried to curse her. I have tried to negotiate. I very sadly, I can't do the man way, just strip everything. Okay, I don't think that will work for her. She's a woman. Okay, but there's something that I know that this ghost is very afraid of. She don't like men. She hate men. So at the presence of any man, then she will try to be a bit mellower.
How do you figure that out?
Because I stay with my boyfriend, and then my boyfriend, when he's there, he tried to comfort me, right? Her power is lower. But the funny thing is, I feel very angry. Usually, when your spouse come and comfort you, then you like, okay lor, sayang. Then I like, like usually women will try to tear up a bit, act a bit, show, want to get pampered But I feel very angry, I feel very disgusted. It was the first time I was feeling this way. So I think it's her feeling that she projected to me. But her power lower but she transferred the anger to me.
I really don't feel good. I'm getting a vibe.
Is anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.